Chinney from Mini Bull Design, and this morning I'm out here in the factory. It's about 30 degrees out, it's kind of cold. I think the sap's going to run today if it warms up. Building a fire in the stove, and I went through the website. There's a whole bunch of small stuff that's out of stock. So what I'm looking at today is not necessarily in order of importance, but Titan baking disc, 12 centimeter lids, and I just made lids yesterday, the day before. QMH lids, SP600 lids, Moodoo carry cases, M2 bases, and M5 tops. That's not too bad today. Other than the M2 bases, it's all fairly straightforward stuff to build. So get a fire going here and get it warmed up and dig in and hit her hard. I got to go out and unlock the windmill. The wind's back down to a normal level. So I'll do that while this fire's going, and then we'll start building. No rest for the wicked. Scientists have discovered these rare footprints fossilized in this mud, and they believe, from analyzing it, that these are Homo stovicus footprints. You can tell them from other early cavemen because Homo stovicus was the only one that bought his shoes online and exclusively wore Keen shoes. Very interesting and very rare. Once I have these discs all cut out and the edges polished, some of the discs have multi-uses. So this particular batch, I'll go through it, and any that are cosmetically challenged, scraped, or nicked, I'll pull out, and I'll use those to make the Titan baking disc, which is going to be all punched full of holes anyway, and it's not out where anybody's really going to see it. And they're not that cosmetically challenged, but I try to take the very best ones for the lids and use the cosmetically challenged ones for the baking disc. So let's take a look at that. Okay, the camera's not picking it up. That one's scratched a little bit. That one's spun in the die. And that one's spun in the die. The rest of these are pretty much pristine. So I'll make these into lids, and I'll make these three into Titan baking discs. Cool beans. Now, these baking discs probably would work without any holes in them because the steam would come up around them. But I punch a few random holes in them just to help the steam circulate a little bit. And when I say random, yeah, random. I try to go nick around the edge, so right where they meet the pot, to make sure the steam can get up by. And then after that, it's basically every man for himself. And anybody that's got one of these can look at them and see. I'm not going by any pattern. It's just a random event, like in nature. There. That'll work. Good baking disc. Man, it's getting warm in here. I got the stove turned all the way down, but it's going to be like 80 in here. So I usually end up opening a couple windows before the day's out. It's too much stove. And the rest of this batch, I'm just going to make into lids. And we move on to the next size. Sometimes you get lucky when you look up in the pile, you've got some of the dish you need already made, already polished, and ready to go. Not common, but it happens. In this case, I happen to have 5 of these all polished up ahead of time, so that'll make things go faster. Cool beans. I think I've mentioned before that these lid dies are kind of a work in progress. This particular one for beer cans, I wasn't really happy with the look of the flange on the lid when I got done, so I put it in the vise, and there was a step right here, cutesy step, and I took that step off and flattened it right out, and it makes a little better lid now. It's ironing down the flange on the outside edge a little better. So I'm always working on these. Every time I use them, I'll tweak a little something on them. Just trying to make them better. Earlier I was doing bigger lids, and this isn't my biggest lid, but it's one of the bigger ones. Now I'm doing the little ones. Cool. These are fun to make. These go on the beer can with the ring, press-in ring, QMH lids. noontime, and I got my 25 lids made and my 5 baking discs. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, so I think I'm going to call it a day, and tomorrow I think I'm going to make M2SB bases and I don't know, whatever else is on the list. This is the beauty of being able to work for yourself, being your own boss. You know, if you want to take some time off, go for it. When I was making knobs, I'd make 5 knobs, then I'd go out and walk around for a while, come back in, make 5 more knobs. Can't do that when you're working for a company. Believe me, I did it for 30 years, and that was one of those things you just didn't get to do. So I'm Kenny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.